1,000 pounds, sisters Tammy, Amy announce new meet-greet with Santa Claus this November. 1,000 LB Sisters stars. Tammy and Amy Slayton are hosting another meet-and-greet with fans featuring Santa Claus. They are set to ask heavy bucks for pictures once again, which fans never liked. They were slammed for charging too much in the past. Tammy and Amanda were seen together at some events, while Amy went solo. In other meet-and-greet shows, the whole family came out to meet the public. One of those revealed Tammy's skin removal surgery results. She showed herself with no loose skin hanging from her arms or chin. Now that she has lost more weight, and Amy has resumed her weight loss journey, everything seems to have fallen into place. When is the new meet-and-greet? Are fans overjoyed to know about it? Days ago, Tammy shared a TikTok to show fans Andrea's gifts to her. She revealed that she has been sick a bit, which led fans to raise concerns about her deteriorating health due to surgery. However, nothing serious happened to the 1,000-pound sister star. She got a love fever because the Christmas tree and cute toys her fiancé had decorated her room with awed her. Tammy captioned the video, saying she would see the treats after getting home. This further led TikTokers to believe she might have been hospitalized. But one user confirmed that none of the theories created are valid, since she is doing fine. This comment calmed down the tension. The reality star has probably messaged the person to clarify her health. On TikTok, Tammy took the opportunity to announce a meet-and-greet with Amy. She uploaded the official poster of the live event, which has all the details. In the caption, she told fans that the sisters would come to Shepherdsville, Kentucky on November 29th, which is today. The event is a Christmas one at CC Power Sports. For signed autographs, people need to give Tammy and Amy $50. She promised to take her handmade keychains and bracelets to the blowout sale. The keychain costs $10 and $5. Also, the bracelets are $5 each. Some brownies, muffins, and pumpkin bread will be there straight from her oven for $10 and $20 each. Tammy asked fans to bring their kids with them to meet her, Amy, and Santa. She looks excited to have a great time with all. But fans aren't so delighted knowing the news. While some fans called it an early Christmas celebration that they can't make it to, others are somehow happy. For the latest 1,000 pounds sisters tea, stay tuned to TV season spoilers. However, the morning sun filtered softly into the Slayton sisters' Kentucky home, bringing with it a buzz of excitement. Tammy and Amy were counting down the days to something they had never imagined possible just a few years ago. A full-week trip to London, sponsored by a travel documentary team that wanted to capture their journey overseas. Amy was the first to wake, nearly bouncing from her bed as she rushed into the living room where Tammy sat in her wheelchair, scrolling on her phone. "Tammy, the travel agency confirmed it! We're going to London next week!" Amy squealed. Tammy's eyes widened. "Girl, stop messing with me. London? Like tea and fancy hats London?" "Yes, that exact London." Tammy slapped her hand on her chest dramatically. "Lord, my heart ain't ready for all that British air." Both sisters burst into laughter, the kind that echoed through the whole house. By noon, the sisters had begun sorting through their clothes. Amy, always the chaotic tornado, had already filled 3 suitcases, 2 with clothes and 1 entirely with makeup palettes and snacks. Tammy giggled. "You do know we're going to London, not Mars. You ain't gotta pack the whole kitchen." Amy threw a shirt at her. "Hush! I don't know what they eat over there. What if they don't have corn dogs?" Meanwhile, Tammy was trying to pack lighter. "I just need my comfy leggings, some tops, and my new coat. That's it." But the truth was, she was nervous. She had never been on a long-haul flight. Her weight, her anxiety, and her fear of small spaces worried her. Later that evening, Amy noticed Tammy staring quietly out the window. "You okay?" Amy asked softly. Tammy sighed. "What if I don't fit comfortably? What if my oxygen acts up? What if the airplane bathroom is tiny?" Amy sat beside her. "Listen, sis, you've come so far. If anyone deserves to see the world, it's you. And we'll handle everything together." Tammy's eyes glistened with gratitude. "I'm glad you're coming with me." "Always," Amy said, giving her hand a squeeze. The next day, they visited Dr. Smith and their physical therapist. The doctor smiled when he heard the news. "Well, London is lucky to have you two," he said. "But Tammy, you need portable oxygen, frequent movement, and a seat with extra space. I'll prepare all necessary paperwork." Tammy nodded, feeling more confident. Amy chimed in, "And I want to make sure she can eat the fish and chips without the doctors yelling at us later." Dr. Smith rolled his eyes. Moderation, Amy. Moderation. Back home, chaos unfolded again. The sisters tried practicing walking around with their carry-on bags. Amy's bag kept tipping. Tammy's bag kept rolling into furniture. At one point, Amy tripped on a suitcase strap and landed on a beanbag chair. Tammy laughed so hard tears fell. Girl, the queen herself would faint watching us. Amy, still stuck in the beanbag, shouted, Well, someone tell the queen I'm practicing my royal fall. As part of their trip deal, a TLC filming crew visited to capture the preparation episode. The producer asked them to talk about what they were excited to see. Tammy grinned. I want to try British tea and see Big Ben. He better be big. Amy said, I want to ride on that big wheel thing, the London Eye. I hope it don't spin fast. Tammy added, Girl, it ain't a carnival ride. The room erupted in laughter again. Finally, the night before their trip arrived, the sisters sat together sipping hot cocoa. This is really happening, Tammy whispered. Amy nodded. We're going across the ocean like fancy people, Tammy smirked. Well, I already feel fancy. My new coat make me look like a celebrity. You better stop, Amy said, nudging her. As the sisters laughed, talked, and dreamed, there was a glow between them, one of pride, excitement, and hope. They had lived through challenges, surgeries, heartbreaks, and doubts, and now they were about to take their biggest adventure yet. Together. However, the crisp Kentucky morning sun peeked through the blinds as Amy Slayton hurried around the living room, gathering her water bottle, notebook, and the sparkly blue headband she always wore on weigh-in days. Today wasn't just another checkup. Today was the sisters' most important weigh-in yet, the one that could determine their next step toward the life they had both been dreaming about. Tammy, still rubbing sleep from her eyes, rolled into the room in her wheelchair. Amy, why you rushin' like the weigh-in gonna run away? She teased, adjusting her hair. Amy shot her a playful look. Girl, hush. Today important. We've been working on ourselves for months. I want to look cute when I hit that scale. But beneath the jokes and laughter, both sisters felt the heavy pressure. They had been through emotional breakdowns, late-night cravings, tears, victories, and setbacks, and this weigh-in was meant to show whether all their effort had actually paid off. Chris arrived in his pickup truck, honking twice. Come on, ladies. Y'all ready to find out who's been sneaking the extra snacks? He joked. Oh, shut up, Tammy muttered, but even she couldn't hide her smile. Amy helped her into the truck, and as they drove, the sisters exchanged nervous glances. Every mile felt like the ticking of a countdown. Y'all got this, Chris said, softening. You both been pushing harder than ever. Dr. Smith gonna be proud. Amy swallowed hard. Hope so. I want to show my boys their mama can do anything. Tammy looked out the window. She didn't say anything, but the thought ran through her mind. I want to show myself that I can do anything. As the sisters entered Dr. Smith's office, his warm smile eased some of their tension. Well, well, if it isn't the Slayton sisters, ready to prove the scale wrong, he said. Amy giggled nervously. Doc, I've been eating salad so long I feel like a rabbit. Tammy crossed her arms. I feel like a starving rabbit. Dr. Smith laughed. Let's take it one at a time. Amy, you're first. Amy stepped onto the scale, breath held. The beep seemed to echo through the room. She closed her eyes. Dr. Smith's eyes widened. Then he grinned. Amy, you're down 42 pounds since your last visit. Amy gasped, hands flying to her face. No way, I did that. Tears filled her eyes. Chris hugged her tightly. I'm proud of you, sis. For the first time in months, Amy felt truly hopeful. The clinic room grew silent as Tammy rolled toward the scale. She gave a tiny smirk. If I gained, I blame water weight. Everyone chuckled, but the fear behind her joke was clear. With help, she stepped onto the scale. Slow, shaky, but determined. The beep sounded. Tammy squeezed her eyes shut. Dr. Smith looked at the numbers and smiled gently. Tammy, you've lost 31 pounds. That's incredible. Tammy's eyes snapped open. Wait, I lost? I ain't going up? No, he said warmly. You're finally headed in the right direction. She let out a breath she didn't know she'd been holding. All the nights she chose water over soda, all the walks with her portable oxygen, all the tears, they had brought her here. Amy rushed over, wrapping her baby sister in the tightest hug she could give. You did it, Tam Tam. Tammy's voice cracked. I ain't used to good news, Amy, but this feels real good. As they left the clinic, the sky seemed brighter than before. Chris declared they were celebrating with grilled chicken and a sugar-free dessert. Amy laughed. Better than the old days. We would have hit the drive-thru. Tammy grinned proudly. Not no more. This new Tammy ain't letting no burger mess up her progress. They stood in the parking lot, huddled together, the cold wind brushing against their faces. For the first time in a long time, Amy felt powerful, Tammy felt hopeful, and together they felt unstoppable. Their weigh-in journey was far from over, but today they proved that change wasn't just possible. However, the sun peeked through the curtains of Amy Slayton's small Dixon house as she slowly opened her eyes. For the first time in months, she wasn't waking up to rush, stress, or chaos. Instead, she felt something new, a quiet determination. The weight of the past few months, her relationship issues, motherhood challenges, health struggles, and emotional storms was still heavy on her shoulders. But she was ready to start healing. Amy sat up on her bed and whispered, "Today is for me." Amy's journey hadn't been easy. Between raising Gage and Glenn as a single mom and trying to maintain her health, she had slowly drifted away from the strong, joyful woman she once was. Tammy noticed it too. One morning, Tammy knocked on her door and said, "Girl, you need a break. You need to take care of you for once." Amy sighed. "I know, sis, but I don't know how to start." Tammy looked at her with a rare softness. "You start by loving yourself again." Those words stuck in Amy's mind like glue. Amy decided to take the biggest step, calling Dr. Eric for a checkup and mental health consultation. During the session, Dr. Eric asked, "What do you want right now, Amy?" Tears welled up in her eyes. "I want to feel alive again. Not just a tired mom, not just Tammy's sister. I want to feel like me." He smiled gently. "Then we will build your healing plan together." The plan included light exercise to rebuild stamina, therapy sessions to release old emotional wounds, journaling to rediscover her thoughts, health-focused meals prepared with love, not stress, weekly Amy days dedicated only to self-care. For the first time, Amy felt hope. Amy started walking early every morning. At first, it was only 5 minutes. Her legs hurt, her back hurt, and her breathing grew heavy. But each day, she pushed a little more. One morning, Tammy joined her. "Let's do this together. Healing sisters." Amy laughed. "You sure? You ain't just here for morning donuts?" Tammy rolled her eyes dramatically. "I'm trying to be supportive, fool." The two sisters walked side by side, laughing, encouraging each other, and remembering their childhood days when life felt lighter. Amy also began weekly therapy. At first she was nervous. Talking about her pain wasn't easy, but with each session she felt something untangle inside her. 3 months passed, and Amy stood on the porch watching her kids play. She felt different. Lighter, calmer, happier. Her skin glowed, her mind felt clearer, and her steps felt confident. Tammy walked up behind her and smirked. "Look at you, a whole new Amy." Amy laughed, but her eyes sparkled with pride. "I'm healing, sis. I'm finally healing." Tammy hugged her gently. "We've been through hell, but you're stronger than you know." For the first time in a long time, Amy believed that. Amy took out her journal and wrote, "Healing isn't just losing weight. It's finding myself again. I'm not perfect, but I'm growing. And that's enough." She closed the notebook and smiled at the sky. This was the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where Amy wasn't broken, wasn't lost, wasn't overwhelmed. She was healing. Strong. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Mina. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.